Students are asked to write an address and audition it to a panel of administrators and teachers, and the decision is then based on a message that best suits the reflective theme of the evening. After several speeches and listening to several auditions, we selected the student baccalaureate address to be given by, ironically, the class president, Mr. Robert Zika.
Thank you, Ms. Power. When I was growing up about 10 years ago or so, almost every night, something that my family used to like to do together was watch reruns of the television show Full House, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. And as silly as it sounds, there was actually an episode later in the series that stuck with me, and it kind of changed how I view this whole time of year and this graduation experience. And in this episode, DJ, who's the oldest daughter on the show, is enjoying her senior year of high school, much like we've all been these last couple of months. And one morning in the kitchen, before getting ready for school, she says to her father, "Dad, I'm so excited to graduate. I can't wait to go to college and to start my life." So her dad, Danny, approaches her and is clearly concerned. And he tells DJ to view high school graduation as a milestone in her life, and that her childhood and teenage years are just as pivotal as any other time will be. Now, it's understandable to a younger child sitting on the couch that Danny's advice does really not make sense. I think younger children picture the start of their lives as when they'll first be on their own. Yet as we grow up, we begin to understand just how much our first 18 years count. When we were born, our worlds consisted only of our loving and supportive family members. By elementary school, we began a lifelong commitment to learning. After years of changing friendships, exploration of interests, and academic growth, we finally formed the CBD's Class of 2012 family. Now, like any family, we have our differences, trust me. But I have seen my peers respect and embrace what makes each individual unique. I think that's really awesome. They work together as one, and together have earned numerous achievements in their time at East. Our class has successfully completed East's rigorous curriculum, and we owe a big thanks, of course, to our dedicated, caring teachers and administrators for our academic success. They have not only led us through challenging material, but have taught us crucial life lessons. So just work hard, have respect for yourself and others, and have conviction in what's important to you, to name a few. We have proudly applied these lessons, not only when our reputation has been threatened, but on a regular day-to-day basis when it counts. This year our class has also excelled outside the classroom in East's myriad of co-curricular activities. Our athletic program exemplified sportsmanship and earned record-breaking success. Our performing ensembles enjoyed superior rankings and adjudications and inspired us to always let music live in our hearts. Our theater program brought us 4 professional sold-out productions, but most importantly, numerous clubs, councils, and others just wanting to make a difference. I put in hours upon hours of volunteer work and fundraising to make the school, community, and world a better place. I think that we can agree this class has more than made its mark. Now, our experiences at East have prepared us to move on from the sheltered environment into the real world. This transition to adulthood comes, of course, with many new responsibilities. I believe that one of these responsibilities is that as human beings, we need to develop an understanding and appreciation of life itself. Danny's advice to DJ to view the first 18 years of life as essential components of life does just this. But the next step in better comprehending life, perhaps more difficult, is an acceptance we all must make. And that is that our time here, although long, is limited. But accepting this is what empowers us to have joyful, fulfilling lives. Steve Jobs, regarded by many as a master of innovation, mentioned this in his 2005 commencement address at Stanford University. He He said, remembering this is, quote, the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. So the key to a fulfilling life, as Steve Jobs conveyed, is to focus on what truly matters. We will not waste our lives away worrying about what other people think. Instead of responding to failure with humiliation, we will accept it as a part of life, and most certainly as a part of any career path that we have all chosen. If you remember about the first grade, we were first introduced to that famous proverb, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Let's continue to persistently adhere to its message, following our hearts, our intuition, and pursuing our dreams. And some of us have not found our passion yet, and that's okay. But it is important to remember that there is no excuse for anyone from this school, and definitely from this class, to have to settle. Classmates and friends here tonight, think back to our first day in September nearly 3 years ago. I hope you realize how much we have grown and accomplished in such a short span of time, and this is only the beginning. May we always treasure our time here and use all we have learned to reach our potential of long, worthwhile lives. Let us promise ourselves to settle for nothing less by discovering and pursuing our passions. I wish you well, my friends.